Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our reorganization meeting for Warminster Township, Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. May we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a moment of silence for all our brave servicemen and civilians serving overseas? Thank you. All right, welcome. As I said, this is always a wonderful meeting. Tom's favorite. I want to just say that
Good evening, everybody.
our manager's favorite meeting of the year. Isn't that right, Tom?
That's correct. Get it over with quickly.
So we are going to start with our reorg, and wait a minute. Are we going to do public comment first?
No, we're going to swear and then.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking at the agenda. It says public comment on agenda items only, but we really don't have any agenda items. But if you want to come up and speak, feel free to, the public comment. I'm following what it says here, Tom. So, anybody? Okay, great. Thank you. See, Tom, I got that. For 4 years, but I got it.
Only happens once a year.
All right, so we're going to have election of officers. This is why most people are here. So, first thing we would like to do is have our senior judge, the Honorable Dan Finello. Right, Nora? I did say that. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. And he's going to swear in our new member of the board, Chuck Haybach, and our new auditor, Jane Taylor. Correct? All right.
My understanding, Mr. Chairman.
Which one here? Here, I think you. Let me see. There you go. You're hot.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. There was a few people in the audience that mentioned that to me, so I'm just passing it along.
All right. Anyway, good evening, everyone. And what's special about this night is it's actually my first full day as a senior judge, and I've been swearing in people all over the place. And we're still able to do that, and I'm very happy to do that. I'm very happy that I'm swearing in two individuals I am tonight, because they're both new to public service, okay? And that's a great thing, okay? Sometimes you can hardly get people to run, but we have them now. So I want to bring Chuck Hay back up, and whoever's holding the Bible for him, Jen. It's my privilege to swear in Chuck Hayback. I'll tell you, I'm not allowed to be involved in politics as a member of the judiciary, but I would get these things in my mailbox, okay, and they were headed Chuck Talks. Chuck was Chuck Hayback. And they were written loosely in plain language and plain talk, and some of the things that Chuck proposed to do, some of the things he agreed with what these people did, and how he might want to tweak it a little bit. And it was very, very informative and told you a lot about Chuck, okay, because I do believe in the time I've known him, he's a straight-talking gentleman. He's got a lot of his colleagues in the back from the Plumbers Union at 690. My nephew's an apprentice there, so I'm familiar with that union. And Chuck, is he's a member. He's a hardworking union person. Goes to work every day, and and he understands what a lot of people in this township are going through. And I think that resonated when he was out on the street and with his literature and all that kind of stuff. And here he stands tonight, okay? Also, I want to tell you, I've known Chuck for a little while, but I've known his wife since she's about 7 years old. And you can introduce her, Chuck.
Good evening, everyone. This is my wife, Genevieve Hayback. Maiden name's Lawson, had the Lawson family flower shop in Rosemere Shopping Center, so been there her whole life. A lot of residents know who she is.
And you know, the one other thing I just remember about Chuck, you know, hearing that, you know, some of the stuff through the grapevine. Okay, one week, I think it was real late in the campaign season, you know, like maybe October or whatever, and, you know, Chuck wasn't available, as some conventional politician would be, to knock on doors that weekend. And we found out it was because, you know, he was at the University of Minnesota getting his daughter situated on a family weekend. And when asked about it, a little birdie told me, said, Chuck said, family comes first. And that tells you all you need to know about Chuck, okay? So, you know, I'm very happy that somebody like this is sitting up on the board that has his priorities right. So, without further ado, Mr. Hayback, are you prepared to take the oath of office?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Put your left hand on the Bible and raise your right hand. I, Chuck Hayback,
I, Chuck Hayback,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall support, obey, and defend
that I should support, obey, and
the
defend
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and that I shall faithfully discharge
and I should faithfully
the
discharge
duties of my office
the duties of my office
as Warminster Supervisor
as Warminster
with
Supervisor
fidelity,
with fidelity,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Supervisor.
I'd like to thank all the residents for backing me and your support. It means a lot to me. Thank you.
Okay. And Chuck is also a former wrestling coach, so, Mr. Chairman, you don't have any disagreements, he might pin you.
I'm well aware of that.
Okay, why don't you take your seat, and then I'll swear in Jane, and you guys can do your business.
All right, thank you.
Get Chuck aid.
Where's Miss Taylor? Mrs. Taylor, come on, bring whoever's holding the Bible for you. I know it's probably going to be your sidekick. Oh, she has her own, that's right. There you go.
Oh, okay. Is it?
Thank you very much. Lower the seat a little bit, too high.
Very privileged to swear in Mrs. Taylor to a lifelong resident of the Speedway. Okay, so I don't know how many years, I'm not asking, it's not polite to ask people their age, but, you know, I'm sure she's a long-time resident, very familiar with the township. Okay, and she comes from a business background, owned a retail business, okay, for many years. Okay, is very experienced in bookkeeping, and I'm sure, you know, she's going to be able to do that job as auditor, keep an eye on the township books and all the, you know, the departments and all that kind of stuff, and I'm sure she'll do a great job. This is her mom, in case you didn't hear, okay? That's her sidekick, okay, as they put it, you know, in something I read about Miss Taylor. So I appreciate Jane letting me swear her in, and without further ado, are you prepared to take the oath of office, Miss Taylor?
I am.
Okay, repeat after me. I, Jane L. Taylor,
I, Jane L. Taylor,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I shall support, obey, and defend
I shall support, obey, and
the
defend
Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of this Commonwealth,
and the Constitution of this
and
Commonwealth,
that I shall faithfully discharge
and I shall faithfully
the
discharge
duties of my office
the duties of my
as
office
Warminster Auditor
as Warminster Auditor
with fidelity,
with fidelity,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. We'll do that.
Standing ovation.
Get the, hey, Jane, go get the next three.
Excuse me, Judge.
And you get pictures.
I got my peeps.
She's got her peeps.
Okay.
That came out really didn't it?
Good. All right, so thank you very much. You guys got to get to their business. Mr. Chairman, remember, I'm going to fix income now. Have a nice evening.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
And we say it every year, Jane. First order of business, we would like a raise. We would like to go from 39 cents an hour to 40 cents an hour, if you don't mind. All right, thank you. All right. Okay, here we go. Election of officers. I'm going to start it off for the election of for the chair, and I'm going to nominate Kathy Frescatore. There's no second involved on the first two. So we can call the question.
Question.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? And the chair votes aye. Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations, Kathy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So it's been an honor for me, and, I'm not done yet, but to serve as chair of this board and take this township from struggles with the support of this board and turn it into a very healthy township now that's a great place to live, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the work that we did. So Kathy, I will turn it over to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, folks at home. First, I'd like to say Ken Hayes has been one of the best chairs we have ever had. We all worked together in tandem. We hired all the right people in the township, and we're all rowing in the same direction now, and it is awesome. We will continue to be fiduciaries of the township, regardless of the change in chair, just so you're all aware. Okay, at this time, I would like to nominate Mr. Ken Hayes as vice chair.
Thank you, Kathy. I'll accept that nomination.
Thank you, Ken. And next, we'd like to, I'm sorry, guys. Call the question, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Motion passes 5-0. All right. Next, we have the appointment of secretary and treasurer. May I have a motion for appointment of treasurer?
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Chuck Hayback treasurer.
May I have a second?
I'll second that.
Oops, sorry.
Thank you, Janice. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Thank you.
The opposite.
Okay. May I have a motion for secretary at this time?
I'd like to nominate Judy Hoover.
May I have a second?
I'll second.
I'll second that.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Chair votes aye. Carries 5-0. Thank you. Okay. Next, we would like to have the assistant township secretary. I will motion that Tom Scott. Do you accept?
John Ramey.
No, as
No, the
as
assistant.
assistant secretary.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's
My
okay.
mistake. I'm on page 1 here.
Oh, I may have missed, okay.
This stuff right here.
Did I miss something?
She did, sure.
Well, you missed part B of section 2, assistant treasurer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay, next that,
Yeah, I don't want the treasurer one.
I said secretary. Okay, assistant treasurer, motion by me. I'd like to appoint John Ramey. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Judy. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Okay, next, we have Township Secretary. May I have a motion
That
for
was
Township?
done already.
Well,
No,
that
we
was done
started.
beforehand.
Yeah.
All right, okay,
Did we vote on that?
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. All right,
Did we vote on that?
Yeah, we voted on secretary.
okay, all right.
Sure.
Next, for Township Solicitor, a motion to appoint Township Solicitor. May I have a motion?
No, we didn't do assistant township secretary.
Assistant Secretary, I think.
Yeah, I knew there was one that we didn't vote on there.
Assistant
So,
That's the one I just said, and you said we voted.
No, we voted for
No,
secretary.
Judy
Right.
was the secretary.
Okay, the
I'll
assist-
motion to nominate Tom Scott.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
And the chair votes aye, 5-0, passes. Township Solicitor. May I have a motion to appoint a Township Solicitor?
I'll motion to appoint Randall C. Flagger from the firm Flagger and Associates.
And I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Alternate Counsel. May I have a motion for Alternate Counsel?
I'll motion that, I motion for Robert Recoup from the firm Recoup Law.
Repco?
Repco, is that what it's, okay.
Yes, Robert Repco from Repco Law.
May I have a second?
Oh, I see.
I'll second.
There's no space.
Okay,
Who is it?
all in favor? I'm sorry.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0.
I abstain, I don't know who he is.
It's a typo.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
all right,
I've never heard of him.
all right. One abstention by Janice.
I know what it says, yeah.
Township Labor Council. May I have a motion for Township Labor Council?
I motion to appoint Mark Freed of the firm Curtin Hefner.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Yeah,
I'll
Janice?
abstain, I don't know who he is.
Okay,
I got it Friday night, so.
okay,
Mark Freed's been our labor counsel for the last 2 years now.
Okay, well, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I've never met him, so I don't know.
okay. Well, he was in one of our executive sessions the one time. You probably just met him the one
And
time, but
Curtin
that's okay.
Hefner has been our labor counsel for the last 4 years.
That's okay. All right, so 4-1, chair votes aye, motion passes. In Township Environmental Council, do we have any,
Madam Chairperson, I motion to table that because our current environmental counsel is in Washington DC. We haven't seen or heard from him for quite some time, and there's a lot of local environmental counsel that we can appoint, so I motion to table that.
I'll second that. Okay, we will table that.
Table it, yeah.
Is that okay?
Is that okay?
Is that right,
Yes,
Bob?
that's fine.
Or,
Thank you, Michael.
Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Township Engineer. Motion to appoint Township Engineer. I'd like to motion Craig Kennard of Gilmore and Associates. May I have a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Sorry. All right. Next, we have the Township Traffic Engineer. May I have a motion to appoint Traffic Engineer?
I'll motion to appoint Leslie Bogdanoff
I'll
from
second it.
Gilmore and Associates.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Next, we have a Township Planner. May I have a motion to appoint a Township?
I'll motion to appoint Judy Stern Goldstein
I will
from
second that.
Gilmore and Associates.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Chair votes aye. Okay, appointments to boards and advisory councils. First up is the vacancy board. Is there a motion to appoint vacancy board chair for a term of 1 year?
I'll motion to appoint Barb Patrick.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations, Barb Patrick. Second, zoning hearing board. Is there a motion to appoint a member of the zoning hearing board for a term of 5 years?
Yeah, I'd like to appoint Marcy Sklar.
May I have a second?
I
I'll
second that.
Thank you, Chuck. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Zoning Hearing Board alternate.
Madam
Alternate.
Chairperson, there are already 2 appointees,
Okay,
so that's not necessary.
vacant.
okay, thank you. Warminster Municipal Authority Board member. Is there a motion to appoint a member to the Municipal Authority for a 5-year term? I would like to motion for Bill Rainier. May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0, chair votes aye.
Congratulations, Bill, another 5 years.
Yes. It looks like you're ready for it too, Bill. Planning Commission member. Is there a motion to appoint 2 members to the Planning Commission for a term of 4 years?
Yes, Madam Chairperson, I'd like to nominate Nicole Rainier.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Can we do both of them at the same time?
Sure, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
All right, may I have a motion to appoint another person to the Planning Commission?
Sure, I motion to appoint Don Gleer.
Don Glider. I'll second
Glider.
Don Glider. Mhm.
All in favor for Nicole Rainier and Don Glider for the Planning Commission?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Okay. All right, is there a motion to appoint 2 members to the Library Board for a 3-year term?
Yeah, I would like to appoint Tina Cairns and Jeff Brown for the library.
Okay, and I would second that, Judy.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes, chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0.
You guys are voting? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aye.
Thank you, there we go.
You got me?
Want to
Construction,
make sure they're all recorded.
Construction Board of Appeals, 1 position. Is there a motion to appoint 1 member to the Construction Board of Appeals for a 5-year term?
Madam Chairperson, I'd like to appoint Mike Monteleone.
May I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Golf Advisory Committee member,
Can I do this one?
Sure.
is there a motion to appoint member to the Golf Advisory Committee for 2-year term?
Yes, Madam Chair, I'd like to nominate Elliot Drexler and Charles Vincelet.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, passes 5-0, thank you. Golf Advisory Committee Citizen Advisor, 4 positions. So actually, we have 2 right now, unless you have any others that have applied,
Not at the moment.
not this time.
However,
Okay.
I'd like to nominate Michael Perlstein and Mark Kleiner.
I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0.
And Madam Chairperson, please note that there are still 2 positions open, so anyone that will be interested, please submit your letter of interest to the Township Manager at townshipmanager@warminsterpa.org. Thank you.
That's him. All right, we're on to the Environmental Advisory Council. 1 position. Is there a motion to appoint 1 member to the Environmental Advisory Council for a 3-year term?
Sure, I'd like to motion Amy Sanchez Hamilton.
May I
I'll
have-
second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. All right, we're at the Park and Rec Advisory Commission. We have 3 folks that would like to, this is for a motion, to appoint 3 members to the Parks and Rec Advisory Committee for a 2-year term. Can we do all 3 at one time? We'll do all 3 at one time. May I have a motion for Parks and Rec?
Sure, I'd like to nominate Pat Boyle, Patty Crossan and Tony Sadowski.
May I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion pass, chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Okay. All right, we have the Pension Investment Advisory Committee
You
for,
missed one.
yes, we don't have, we don't, we do? Okay. Is there a motion to appoint says four citizen advisor members to the Parks and Rec Advisory Committee, each for 1 year?
Well, I have one person to nominate. I'd like to nominate Monet Davis.
Okay.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. Does anybody have anybody else they'd like to appoint to the Parks and Rec Advisory Committee?
No, Madam Chairperson, but again, there are positions open, so anybody that would like to serve on that board, please send a letter of interest to our manager, Mr. Scott, at Township Manager at warminsterpa.org. Thank you.
Just manager,
Thank you, Ken.
Just manager?
right?
No, I think it's Township Manager, isn't it?
Manager?
Jill keeps them straight.
Try 'em both.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so anybody interested, please
I know
apply.
what it is, yeah.
Next on the docket is the Pension Investment Advisory Committee. There's 2 positions. Is there a motion to appoint 2 members to the Pension Investment Advisory Committee for a term of 1 year each?
Can
Madam
I,
Chairperson, I'd like to appoint, can we do them both at the same time? Is
Certainly.
that okay?
That's okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Michael.
I'd like to nominate Karen Krieger and John Priolis.
I'd like to second
Second.
that. I'm sorry, Janice.
That's okay.
Did you already second?
yeah, it's
Yes.
okay.
Okay, that's fine. Janice seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0. Pension Investment Advisory Committee, 1 position. Is there a motion to appoint?
I'll motion
Okay.
to appoint John Ramey.
Okay. I will second that. The Finance Director to the Pension Investment Advisory Committee. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. John, thank you. Pension Investment Advisory Committee, 3 union members. May I have a motion for 3 union members to the Pension Investment Advisory Committee?
Madam Chairperson, I'd like to nominate Gene Astorito or Estardo, Ann Duffy, and John McKenna.
I'll second that.
Gene is from the Public Works, Ann is at the library, and John is from our police department.
Oh, okay. And Ann, do you know Ann?
Ann is at the
In the
library.
library.
Oh, she's in the library, that's correct. Okay. Thank you. I'll second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Next is the Ben Wilson Center Board of Directors. Is there a motion to appoint 2 non-voting members to the Ben Wilson Senior Center Board of Directors?
Yes, Madam Chairman, I'd like to nominate Jane Lynch and Marcy Sklar.
May I have a second?
I'll second. I'm sorry.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, passes 5-0. Thank you. Okay, appointment of supervisor liaison. Is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison for Planning Commission? I'd like to nominate Judy Hoover.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. A motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the zoning board.
I'd like to appoint Ken Hayes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion passes 5-0. All right, is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the municipal authority?
I'd like to appoint you, Madam Chair, Kathy Frescatore, for that
May I have a
position.
second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the library board?
Madam Chairperson, I'd like to nominate Judy Hoover, that's her special place to be the liaison to the library board, and I'd like
Yes.
to nominate her one more time.
Okay,
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. Okay. Is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the Environmental Advisory Council?
I'd like to appoint Janice Charlton.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
No?
Aye.
Yes, aye.
Motion passes 5-0. You okay with that, Janice?
I'd like to do Parks and Rec as well.
I'm on Parks and Rec, but you're welcome to join. Okay? Let's go down the line.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the, I'm sorry, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0. All right, is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the Golf Advisory Committee? I would like to nominate Mr. Ken Hayes.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you. I'll be sure to take as much real estate out of the golf course as I can.
You do that. Is there a motion to appoint a supervisor liaison to the Parks and Rec Committee?
I would like to nominate Kathy Frescatore.
May I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now, do you want to have a second person in there? or-
If Janice wants to come to Parks and Rec, she's more than welcome to do that. But you're going to be on to another one too, Janice, so you can decide. All right, all in favor? Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Is there a motion to appoint one supervisor liaison to the Ben Wilson Senior Center? I would like to nominate Judy Hoover.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thanks, I think.
Thanks, Judy. Okay, is there a motion to appoint one supervisor member to the Pension Investment Advisory Committee? I would like to appoint Ken Hayes.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Is there a motion to appoint one supervisor member as an alternate to the Pension Investment Advisory Committee?
I'd like to nominate Janice Charlton.
I'd like to second that.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion
Aye.
carries 5-0. So Janice, you've got the Investment Advisory Committee too.
Okay.
All right. So, Mr. Scott, the Township Depositories, you're working on some of that, correct?
Yeah, I've got the list here.
Okay.
Madam Chair, may I ask for a short recess for photos for the newly,
Oh, absolutely.
while Tom looks for the
Okay.
information?
All right. Jane, get your family up here. Bill, all of you, get your pictures. Call the meeting to order. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
At this time, Mr. Tom Scott will discuss the establishing of the Township Depositories. Mr. Scott?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, I would ask for a motion to designate the calendar year 2024 Township Depositories for 2024, which would include the following financial institutions: Univest Bank, M&T Bank, TD Bank, the Pennsylvania Local Government Investment Trust, PNC Bank, TD Ameritrade Trust Company, and U.S. Bank.
I'll motion.
Second. Thank you, Janice. Yes, John?
Can I add a bank to that, the First National Bank of Newtown? They are our primary checking.
It's already in here.
Oh, it is? Okay, I didn't hear that.
Okay. All in favor?
Yes. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries 5-0. Okay, also, Mr. Scott, set the treasurer's bond. Is there a motion to set, you know what? We're okay with that. Thank you. Is there a motion to set the treasurer's bond and assistant treasurer's bond at $2 million? May I have a motion?
So moved.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. All right. Mr. Scott, would you like to go over the regular schedule of public meetings, or would you like me just to rattle them off?
Whatever you prefer, Madam Chair.
Okay. All right, the meetings are as follows: January 2nd, 18th, 15th, 7th, April 4th, April 18th. Oh. I totally messed this
You
up.
messed it up.
I totally messed this up. Okay. January 2nd, January 18th, February 1st, February 15th, March 7th, March 21st, April 4th, April 18th, May 2nd, May 16th, June 6th, June 20th, July 11th, July 18th, August 1st, August 15th, September 5th, September 19th, October 3rd, October 17th, November 7th, November 21st, December 5th, and December 19th. May I have a motion?
And
Yes,
and
sir.
January 6th, 2025.
Oh, that's on there too?
It's
Oh, okay. All right, January 6th, and January 6th, 2025.
So moved.
Okay. All in favor? Would I need a second for that?
Second.
Thank you, Chuck. All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye, motion carries 5-0. Okay, now we're going to be set and affirm the calendar year 2024.
I think we got it yet.
Is there a motion to establish the following holidays for all non-collective bargaining unit holidays as may be amended from time to time by motion or resolution by the board? New Year's Day, January 1st, President's Day, February 19th, Memorial Day, May 27th, Labor Day, September 2nd, Thanksgiving Day, November 28th, Christmas Day, December 25th, Martin Luther King Day, January 15th, Good Friday, March 29th, Independence Day, July 4th, Veterans Day, November 11th, and day after Thanksgiving, 11/29. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion carries 5-0. Okay. Is there a motion to change the public comment to 1?
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to adopt the attached policy that everyone's most likely reviewed, the meeting policy, with one change, that instead of 2 public comment, which interrupts the flow of business to the township, and to 1 public comment. And the reason for that, go ahead, well, I made a motion. Is there a second, please?
Second.
So the reason for that, Madam Chair, is that as we see at the meetings, there's very few people that show up. The 1 comment, no one, it interrupts the flow of the business. And besides that, you can comment on anything that's on the agenda for vote, and then people can comment about non-agenda in the public comment.
Thank you, Mr. Hayes. I agree with you. I think that it does change the flow of the meeting. So we have a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Chair votes aye. I think I'm supposed to do it the other way, but I'll get
It's okay.
I'll get used to that.
That's all right. You're doing just fine.
Thank you. All right.
Excuse me, Madam Chair,
Yes.
when do you intend to have the public comment?
That-
If you're going to go down to 1, are you going to put it at the end of the meeting as opposed to at the beginning?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify.
They can comment on
Because
anything.
you
at
can
that point.
comment on anything that's up for vote
Right.
anyway, which is why people come, except for John and Bobby. Oh, I forgot about you, Bobby. We can fit you in with the. Yeah, we'll have to wake you up, right? Well, there's no reason why we can't have that in with the,
agenda, yeah.
put it on the financial report.
Yeah.
I don't see a problem with that. I mean, that's up to, obviously, the board, and if,
That's why I was
Or
asking the
solicitor.
question, because
Right. Michael?
I was looking out for you.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
good.
you can move it to just the one at the end, and that can include.
and then we can have the tax collector report out during our financial report?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. All right.
Sorry, I just know she likes to go to bed early.
Well, I didn't feel the lasers at me right away, but it was starting to get a little hot.
I wasn't going to make that public comment.
All right. Now we're going to designate delegate to the PSATS Educational Conference and appoint a voting delegate. I would like to motion Judy Hoover as a voting delegate for the PSATS.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations, Judy.
Well, the motion also includes having all the township supervisors go. See, it says, is there a motion to designate each township supervisor and the township manager as delegates to the education conference and appoint me as the voting delegate?
Well, we wanted you to have the voting delegate. We know we're all going.
Okay.
Thank you,
And
Judy.
the township manager's going this year.
No.
No, no.
That's Tom's second most favorite meeting of the year.
I know, I was being sarcastic.
Okay, we have no new business.
I, actually, if I could, Madam
Sure.
Chair, if you'll permit the interruption.
Certainly.
I just want to rebake the deposits again. I think Mr. Ramey is correct. I think I may have either mumbled through or forgot to use the words in the same order of First National Bank of Newtown, so I'd like to try that again, if you don't mind.
Certainly,
If I
go
have the
right
board's
ahead.
Indulgence.
Go right ahead.
Motion, I'd like to ask the board for a motion to designate First National Bank of Newtown as the Township Depository for the calendar year of 2024, and other institutions as follows, including Univest Bank, M&T Bank, TD Bank, Pennsylvania Local Government Investment Trust, PNC Bank, TD Ameritrade Trust Company, and US Bank. Thank you.
Michael, do we need to have another vote for that? Because he missed the...
I mean, if it was the same substance as what he had done before, then I'd be
So we don't
inclined
have
to say no. I mean, if there was nothing,
Okay, so it's fine.
There's nothing done.
Basically, what do we do? Just add one bank?
I think John pointed out that I may have either fluffed or did not use the words First National Bank of Newtown in the correct order or at all.
Be on the safe side, why don't you?
Yeah, I'll motion.
yeah.
I just have a question on that. Are we
Sure.
up for discussion?
Judy?
Second first.
I thought TD Ameritrade was sold. I thought they sold it to another company.
TD Ameritrade.
Ameritrade's not a TD anymore, I mean,
Well, yeah, but that was sold to Charles Schwab, but that is the investment arm, that's not the bank itself.
okay.
Any other discussion? Okay, so we have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, now
Now we're up to new business, right?
Number 12.
yes, thank you. Okay. All right, is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any discussion? Motion,
Well, Lee, we already just voted on it.
pretty much. Chair votes aye. Motion passes 5-0.
I am excited to hear about the Speedway, though. For our
All right, I
residents-
knew you would be,
Yep.
Janice.
For our residents that aren't aware, we passed a proposal for the Water Authority and the Township to work together to fix the problems underneath Speedway before we pave Speedway, so that's great. Good use of our resources and making sure we're taking care of underground before we pave the top.
Smart.
Thank you, Janice.
I like smart business practices.
All right. Next,
Treasurer.
of the, is there a motion to approve, I'm sorry, consider approve bill list and supplemental list, Chuck?
Yes.
Yes,
Madam Chair.
Yes, Chuck,
I'd like
thank
to consider approval of the supplemental bill list dated December 21st, 2023, in the amount of $1,339,495.75.
May I have,
I'll second. Did you make a motion, Chuck?
did you motion?
That was your motion, right?
Yes.
I'll
Okay.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion vote, motion. Chair votes aye. Motion carries 5-0. Thank you. All right, okay,
14.
14, yes. All right, public comment. Bobby, come on down.
Bobby Loftus, Warminster Tax Collector. After tomorrow's mail, I will be closing out our records for 2023. As of today, we only have 77 township taxes due. Out of 10,400, only 77 people have not paid.
Wow.
Wow, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, for the school district, it's 103. But I know there'll be some in tomorrow's mail, and as long as it's postmarked, I have to accept it. So once we get the mail tomorrow, I'm closing off. We're done. I also wanted to say the tax office will be closed the week of January 22nd. We will be closed the full week. January 23rd, I will be moving my office into 1100 Veterans Way. So I need that week off. So I just wanted to let residents know I will be closed that week. And Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
To you, Bobby.
And thank you to all the residents out there that have paid their taxes.
Yeah, I sent out 10,400 bills, and I have 77 left. And
That's
as far as the
phenomenal.
disabled veterans, I had one that didn't pay, and I went to his house and explained it to him, and he did come in and pay. I guess what I'd like to say to the residents is, when I send you a letter and say, it's important you call my office, don't just think, oh, my mortgage company pays it, I'm going to ignore her, because that's what's been happening. And so if you get a letter from me and your mortgage pays your taxes, please call and ask me why I'm sending you the letter.
Thank you for the information, Bobby. I think that's very valuable for our residents.
So you said your office will be closed the week of the 22nd to the 26th, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, we have another meeting on the 18th. We'll make sure to announce that again.
Oh, good, okay, I wasn't sure of your schedule, that's why I thought I'd better get it in today.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Well,
we can tell
we'll
them
make
that
sure
we're
everyone
closed.
hears it again.
Yeah, I have the phone company coming on that Monday, and the movers are coming that Tuesday. So,
Thank you.
yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Then I'll start giving you checks.
That's even better. No, to Kathy's point, it's the residents, I mean,
We're very, very lucky. Our
That-
residents pay their taxes.
and you know what? And that makes it so much easier for John and the financial department and every one of our staff to do their job.
And I was concerned with the banking, because when they didn't say First National, I use that bank, So when I write a check to you, it's out of my account that day and into your account that day. So I'm very glad that you're using First National. That's really important, because it gets your money that much faster.
Right.
And I'll have a check for John the end of this week.
You hear that, John? All right, he'll be there.
Thank you,
Thank you very
Bobby.
much.
Thanks, Bobby. Happy New Year.
Any other comments?
Johnny? Wouldn't be the same without you.
Yes.
Just want to wish everybody a happy new year and a prosperous new year, and let's hope our guy Chuck here does a nice job, and you all doing what you're doing and keeping everything straight, and it looks good, and let's just keep heading down that road, and let's keep going. We got more things to do, right, Ken?
That's right, John.
There you go. And it's nice to see Judy up here and Catherine Frescatore as our chair now. That's fantastic. You know.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Ken was green too when he started, so don't.
That's right.
Don't.
I'm not worried about it.
Don't worry
Thank you.
about a thing.
Thank
All right.
you.
Everybody
Best
sits
of
in
luck
that
to
chair,
Warminster.
everybody that
Best of luck
sits in
to
that chair
Warminster.
for the first time is a little nervous for the first meeting. And if you're not,
How can you not
then
be?
you're not human.
You got it.
Yeah, thanks, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Or you have
All right, Tom Scott, you're up for manager's announcement of upcoming meetings.
Well, thank you, Madam Chair, ladies and gentlemen of the board. As was just alluded to, the next meeting of the Board of Supervisors is scheduled for this Thursday night. I would strongly encourage the board to cancel that meeting and and go to the next regularly scheduled meeting, which is January the 18th.
So moved.
No objection.
I move that. Do we need a motion?
No, I don't think we ever.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, I thought we were going to go right to February.
Second. Additionally, if I may just offer up a few comments?
Certainly,
Before we
certainly.
move on, I appreciate it. Those of you who are listening or watching, who have been appointed to a board or commission, in the coming days, you'll receive a letter from the Board of Supervisors advising you of your appointment. John, this is yours. Me telling you is yours. You have the meeting schedule and which member of the township administration you can contact for further information. Also, there are several department heads here tonight, part of our great team. Chief Jim Donnelly, Mike Walsh, who is our new planning director, Mike Atera, who of course runs the golf course, and John Ramey, who does everything else, including cooking dinner. For those of you who haven't met Mike Walsh, that's him.
Hey,
Raise your hand,
Mike.
Mike. Mike will be working out of the L&I office, is working out of the L&I office, and has been on the job for about a month and a bit more than a month. So he'll be organizing our L&I office, our land development efforts across the board, and working with WMA to make sure they're getting everything they need from us. That's all I have. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom.
Thank
All right, supervisor comments. Mr. Hayes, would you like to go first?
Yeah, I'd like to wish everybody a happy new year. I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. And, you know, it's actually a pleasure to step down and relax a little bit. Even though we still have a lot of work to do, the board still has the same direction and nothing will change there, to John's point. And I hope to see you at the next meeting. That's all I have.
Janice?
I just want to say wish everyone a happy new year. It was nice. I got to go on the 28th to see Judge O'Neill sworn in, so I welcome him to our township as our new, the new judge in town. So it was an honor to be there and see that happen. So everybody mind your P's and Q's, because now you're going to be before Judge O'Neill. So I just wanted to wish him the best as he starts his new position as our district judge.
Thank you, Janice. Chuck?
I'd just like to wish everyone a happy, healthy new year, and I want to thank everyone here for welcoming me in. I look forward to working with you, and hopefully keep the ball rolling, and then, as you said, rolling in the right direction.
Thanks, Chuck. Judy?
Again, Happy New Year. I hope this turns out to be a really good year, and I can tell you, we had a really good past year this year. I'm really proud of what this board, all 5 of us, have been able to accomplish in the last year, and how we were able to have a 3rd year of no taxes raised, and it's just everything being fluid now, and people, we still have work to do, as Ken said, but we're on the way. So thank you all, and thank everybody for their patience and their understanding.
I would like to thank everyone who came to the meeting tonight in support of our board, and for all the folks that are watching at home, we do appreciate your support. Also like to wish everyone a happy new year, and in my family, we're Polish, and we go around the table on New Year's and we say what we're going to improve on. I'll let you know. I'm trying to improve on my patience, I told Ken about. All right, but I wish everyone out there health, wealth, and happiness in the new year.
Madam Chair, may I add just one more thing?
Yes.
Yes, if you need to contact me, Township Manager at warminsterpa.org. Thank you.
Thank you for clarifying that, Tom.
I'd like to make a motion, we adjourn.
Motion accepted.
I didn't email.
All right. Great meeting.